What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Prop Wiz. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today, we'll be doing a box opening and review of this Batman figure. This is by McFarlane Toys, and this is the Batman from the Batman and Spawn comic book that dropped in 1996. I'm assuming it was 96. My memory isn't that good because it says 1996 on the side. This is real dope, man. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw it on the shelf, I wasn't going to get this one. It looked cool in the window, and one of the cool things, of course, with the packaging with McFarlane Toys, they always have the window, so you pretty much know what you're getting, pretty much know what you're going to get. So I did see it. I did like it, but I've been buying so many Batman figures from McFarlane Toys. It was like, this one kind of looks like another one that dropped, man. Kind of similar to the Brayfoggle one, just a little bit, and of course some of that is because of the pointiness of the cape here that almost looked like wings, which was, you know, very, very consistent with McFarlane's work as well as Brayfoggle's. And I saw the Batman and Spawn on the side. Actually, I saw the back first. I recognized this image from the Batman and Spawn comic book. It's a comic book that I have. I got it right here. This is my original comic book from 1996 that I bought from the comic book store. In fact, this isn't even a perfect condition, even though it's in this protective case. I looked on the back and saw that there's a whole piece of this ripped off. I don't remember the story of that. I think it got stuck either on something on the table. It had been sitting on the table for a while, and or maybe even in the plastic, it might have got stuck. I don't remember the story, but I know that that's proof that it's mine. I know it's been there as long as I can remember. So it was real awesome to see this on the shelf, knowing that I do have the comic book as well. And of course, this comic book was legendary at the time. It was one of the first crossovers between Image and DC, if not a handful. I think there was one more Batman and Spawn comic book as well, if my memory served. I think there was two of them. I think McFarlane did one, and I think DC did one. Of course, obviously, the one that McFarlane drew was probably the dominant one. It's probably the reason why it's the only one I remember. But anyways, I'm real excited about it, man. There's definitely some differences. It's crazy. There's some differences between the Batman in here, except for the cape that's truly McFarlane's work. There are some slight differences. I don't know. We'll see. We'll open it up and take a look at it. I'm going to just say the figure itself doesn't scream McFarlane except for the cape itself, his actual artwork. But that might change when we open it up, and that's not a terrible thing, man. It's probably a weird translation, translating some of his drawings, which were very surreal to real life. So not going to mark it off. But as far as the box, man, I'm not going to go into details, dude. It's real mad simple. This is the only thing that's different, the artwork that's on the back. And again, this comes from the comic book. Super dope, man. So let's just go ahead and dive in with the actual box opening, man. Okay, man. Dude, I didn't show the box opening. I used to do the whole box opening, me ripping open the box and all that on camera before I realized, yo, how boring is that? But McFarlane, opening it up, McFarlane figures, especially on a day like this. Here's a little backstory. I open up tons of packages in one day. So today, I've done a whole Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse figures. So it was probably about 4 or 5 figures. I did an Indiana Jones figure, and then I did this one today. McFarlane is the hardest boxes, packaging to open, dude. He be having these joints. It'd be like 5 or 6 straps, and then you'd be about ready to take them out, and then there's another strap hidden. This one, I couldn't get the cape out of the bad boy. It was a struggle to get him out. But he's here now. I ain't gonna remove no stars, yo. But it's just funny, man, because I just did the Indiana Jones I just opened. He literally just slipped out of the box. He was inside some paper, inside the box, slipped out. This one, it's like I had to go to fight with plastic. But anyways, man, we got him out. He's here now, baby. And in fact, before we go over the details, we'll go over the accessories because there's not a lot of them. So we can go over that real quick. We got the DC stand. We got the card that always comes with his figures. Man, I got tons of these. In fact, I'm about to buy one of those 3-ring binders that used to put baseball cards, basketball cards in just for McFarlane cards. But you got that. If you want to read that, pause that and read that. That's on you. But it's cool to have. We got 2 hands and a Batarang. I feel like all the Batarangs have been looking like this. So I don't know if that was accurate to the comic books. I feel like every Batarang so far this year that I bought looks similar to that. But anyways, the actual figure, man, head sculpt's pretty dope. Again, doesn't necessarily give me the McFarlane profile. Not necessarily. It does a little bit. Does a little bit. You know what? I guess it does. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the way the ears kind of flare out a little bit. Looks a little different. But I can see it. I can see it. Yo, even the eyes got the little diamond shape that McFarlane does. So, man, I can see it, yo. Yeah, they do it. It's a McFarlane Batman. I can see it. Okay, logo is dope. It's kind of extended a little bit. I don't know if I like that. I think I prefer it flat. He's done that a couple of times, but I don't know. For this particular figure, I think it would have looked cooler if it wasn't extended like that. And maybe a logo that was a little bit bigger that was across his chest. Again, nitpicking because the comic book. I love the comic book. So I'm actually looking at this bad boy saying, how can we make it look more like the McFarlane Batman? But overall, the actual figure, dude, the cape is dope, man. That profile, that outline, dope, son. So I can see putting him on a stand, having him stand there. He looks menacing. The cape looks plentiful. It looks huge. You got the wrinkles in the shirt. The muscles are there. He's flexible enough. Of course, that cape is going to push it down a little bit. But for a Batman, it's not too bad, yo. Not too bad at all. If you wanted him flying through the air or floating through the air like he is in some of the things, you could do that to an extent. Okay, nope. He's got he's not bending. He's not flexible there. The joint is there, but it's not moving. But figure is dope. Very, very flexible. Flexible enough, like I said. Love the coloring. Look, the McFarlane cape, yo. Dude, he's dope, man. He's dope, man. Let's take it upstairs, man, for the final thoughts.
Okay, here we go. Back in the studio for the final thoughts. Yo, figure is dope, man. Super dope. I'm giving it a rating of 5 out of 5. Really can't say too much bad about it, man. We got a lot of Batman figures, man. I haven't quite gotten tired of them, but they are hard to rate at this point because they're all pretty much the same quality. There's a handful of them, like the Batman Beyond off the top of my head, and there's a couple of Batman animated series figures. One of each that the legs broke or the arms broke, where the legs were real skinny, where I had quality issues with those. Love the way they look, but I did have some quality issues. These figures a little bit more beefier, don't have that kind of issue with. The only thing I would say that I probably would have liked with this is a cloth cape. It seemed like he's been putting more and more cloth capes in with these figures. This one only had the plastic cape, and this plastic it is tough. So he's got the flexibility to be put in some dynamic poses, but the cape is probably going to limit that to an extent. But at the same time, the cape is in a dynamic pose within itself, so it might work depending on what pose you got him in. So with that being said, I still think it's worth 5 out of 5, dude. I think it's wonderfully painted, looks dope, definitely reminds me of the comic book that it's based off of. It's a cool little piece, man. Like I said, my only complaint, which ain't a complaint specific to this figure, is that McFarlane is wearing a lot of Batman figures that he's been doing, and some of them, because even this chest piece looks like another Batman figure that was from a different comic book. So it almost like got this kit bash, this taking this from this figure, this from that figure, the batarangs from this figure. There's a lot going on here that looks familiar in a bad way. But again, I'm not going to rate this particular figure based off of that. I think it's dope. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yay or nay? Are you getting tired of the Batman figures? You wanting something more from McFarlane? I do like the fact that he's been hitting the so maybe that's a difference. I feel like he's been hitting this era of comic books, the late 90s, early 2000s. Seemed like he's been making figures and statues from that era. So I am appreciating that. So maybe I'm not ready for him to stop yet. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yay or nay, looking at this, something you would buy. Were you one of the few that got the Batman and Spawn comic book, or the Spawn and Batman comic books? There's 2 of them. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please take the time to hit the like button. Also, hit the notify button. That way you get notified every time I drop a new one of these. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. As always, I love you guys to death, and I'll check you out next time, all right? Peace.
Arnold Schwarzenegger here. Just wanted to let everybody know that Master Wiz is the greatest rapper ever. He was a great inspiration when I did Terminator. I'll be back.
There we go. walking in like a superhero. In his mind, in my mind, it's Danny DeVito. But feast your eyes on me though, cause here's where the heat flows. Can't see my speed so deep, a wolf in sheep clothes, but he knows. And if he don't, then she knows. Look at her, giggling and shit whenever we flow. Yo, what you see don't exist nowhere else but in Wiz. So niggas get jealous of it. Enemies I keep close. I'm the CEO of destroying annoying folks. Trying to lure them into the sewer where their bodies afloat. Like arguing politics with again who don't vote. And talking circles, hate me. I snatch their baby like I'm Vigo. I'm Vigo the torturer or Vigo the despise. A 16th century medieval tyrant in disguise. Disguised as an old asshole with dark brown eyes. I'm Kryptonian. It's why humans say I came from the skies. No lie, you not the right guy for this job. You can't survive. Look at you trying to rhyme with me. No lie, you not the right guy for this job. You can't survive. Look at you trying to rhyme with me. No lie, you not the right guy.